Hello and welcome to another edition of Check You Got This. My name's Peter Van Brady, author of Avoiding Mistakes and Crushing Your Deals Using Your VA Loan, pretty popular on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. You can get a copy there for 20 bucks or go to the top of my website and get a complimentary copy for free. I'm the founder of SoCal VA Homes. We are veterans helping veterans with a set of really unique and powerful programs, which we believe create easier and better ways to buy homes using your VA loan. Today, we are going to talk about pre-qualification versus VA loan pre-approval. And there can be a really big difference, and it's important that you understand that. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this topic, and I'm going to share my screen here real quick. And away we go. So you can see me there chatting in the top right corner, I assume. All righty. So here's a really easy visual aid, and I'm going to use a couple more. So what's the difference between a pre-qualification and pre-approval? Well, so there's advancing stages or levels of this process of getting you qualified. So let's start at the first one here of what's kind of a telephone pre-qualification. This used to be really, really common in our industry. Not so much anymore, but if you're the victim of this, you want to, beware. And that would be where you'd have a quick conversation with some sort of loan officer, so to speak. Doesn't even have to be a loan officer. It could be a processor or an assistant. And they'll ask you about your income and your debts, and they'll produce some guesswork about how much you're qualified. It's complete guesswork. And there's no credit pull, so it's absolutely useless. Don't do that. The next step would be a pre-qualification, telephone or otherwise, it doesn't really matter, where someone's pulling a credit report. And that is still guesswork because it's totally incomplete. You could make some guesses about how much an applicant for a VA loan would be qualified under this process, but it's incomplete, so why bother? The next step would be a pre-qualification with a credit pull and what we call AUS, or automated underwriting system, with desktop underwriter or loan prospector. That's adequate, but it's dangerous without any supporting documentation. So I'm going to take a minute and talk about these AUS systems, one in particular. And that is this one right here, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Well, actually just Fannie Mae. It's Fannie Mae's desktop underwriter system. And that's where we as loan originators put a bunch of information into a piece of software. It may or may not be documented and verified, but it's either good information in, which will give good information out, or it's not. And what it does is it will deliver a result, and the best result is approve eligible. It looks like this. See here at the top, desktop underwriting findings, approve eligible. In this case, here's the message here. With VA loans, and you could go on our site and look all about information about debt ratios, debt to income ratios. With VA loans, we can push this debt to income ratio. This is described as it's an expense ratio here. We could push it to 60, 65 or higher, as long as the rest of the underwriting elements, including residual income, which is important, as long as those pass muster. So this desktop underwriter approval is absolutely necessary and part of really the commonplace of the modern underwriting system in mortgage loan origination, VA, FHA, and otherwise. So without supporting documentation, this desktop underwriter decision is it's a little incomplete. It can work, but it's like Swiss cheese. It could definitely have holes in it. So when it's with supporting information, that would be pay stubs, W-2s, LES, tax returns for those who are self-employed, VA disability award letters, pension income, military retirement income, all of that stuff. And if it's interpreted and utilized by a true loan pro, you've got a pretty reliable pre-approval, or in this case, pre-qualification, because there's really only one true pre-approval. And that is when you pulled a credit report and it's with all the supporting borrower documentation and it's reviewed by an underwriter, a VA underwriter. So not just a loan officer who's doing this, but the actual decision maker for the loan file when the VA underwriter has reviewed all of this information and has issued a contingent loan approval, even if it's property to be determined, you're golden. That's where you get the golden seal of approval. That it is the most reliable element or stage of VA loan pre-approval, especially, and I'm going to go back to stopping to share my screen here. I've been doing this for 31 some odd years, half of forever, more than half my life, that's for sure. And even to this day, there are some circumstances when I want to get all of the information in front of an underwriter to get a decision, or at least, yeah, we'll do it, because it can get technical when it comes down to manually underwritten files or files with high debt. There's some instances when even someone with a tremendous amount of experience needs to get that information in front of the underwriter to get 100% confidence on the VA loan pre-approval. So that's all I have to say about that particular topic. Thanks for listening. If you like the information, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if there's, if you desire more information, go to the top of our website if you're on our website, and you'll see intel and resources. There's all sorts of good stuff there, including calculators. Any topics that aren't covered, go to the bottom of the website to that gray search window, and you can search any topic on VA loans and transactions. All right, look forward to talking to you, and we'll talk to you next time.